So as a result of this life vest made of faith, I realized the value of faith. Like, I realized that it truly is a gift from God. Like, I can't just snap my fingers and make some faith appear. Like, with the Titanic and the people in the water, like, ain't nobody blowing up a life vest while they drowning. You either got the life vest when you need it or you don't. And it's been like, yo, that's been a revelation, you know, the value of faith. And now I feel this need and desire to protect it, as well as to grow in it, because I really in my mind, like, where else would you, not where else, like, realizing the pointlessness of this world and the things in it, and, you know, growing to be in it but not of it, and still participating, right? Like, not reluctantly, but, you know, enjoying it as well. Just that balance on top of just me stuff, right? I would be Looney Tunes right now. Like, I would straight be Looney Tunes right now. And not just because of faith, but because I have a peace. Like, even though all this stuff is happening, like, I get concerned, and even sometimes I get worried. But this peace that I have is like solid. I have, even though, this is the thing. This is when I realized, like, what joy was. Because, like, who uses the word joy? Like, I don't. Like, I never heard nobody use that word except for, like, at Christmas in songs. Like, for real, for real. And in the Bible, I'll see it. But, like, I never saw nobody or heard. I never used it. And it's like, you know, I am, like, into a lot of different things. And, like, you could catch me doing a little bit of anything at any time. But, like, me just being bored with everything, like, not being able to find, like, contentment in any of the, like, millions of random things that I do, was like, okay. But there's this joy that's, like, solid, like, that shows me the beauty of, you know, trees swaying in the wind, or to appreciate the song of the birds, you know, like, it's a joy. Like, it ain't happiness, because this world suck. But it's a legit joy. Like, oh wow, like, that's nice. Right? And, like, you know, you could say, like, a bunch, like, with the economy, like, they, like, the food supply, like, you know, a lot of our food, at least in the United States, is, like, crap, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of, like, our soil is bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you got, like, the water, like, the whole water situation, like, you, like, it's so much that you could, like, worry about or get down about or whatever, and just be like, what the frick is the point? But even with me, like, learning just the futility of all of this, I still, there's a confident hope. Like, like it just is like a confident hope. You know what I mean? It's not just a flipping like I hope this get. It's a confident hope, and it's not even a confident hope in like an outcome. For me, it's a confident hope in God. But like it's a confident hope in him. You know, and it just this is like listen, faith ain't for suckers. Faith is not for suckers. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like I went skydiving 3 times. I jumped out of a plane 3 times. And the first time, first of all, I said that I would never do it, which I don't know why I even let that leave my lips. But when some coworkers had told me that they had gone, I was like, yeah, nope. That's a no for me, dog. I'm cool. Ended up doing it, right? But the night, first of all, the week and days leading up to it were like my own personal torture because I was so scared and so, like didn't know what to expect and like thinking that, you know, all these things. And you know, we go up, we get in the plane, this little puddle jumper plane, and we get in it, and it ain't nice like a regular plane. I don't know what I thought it was going to be. Like, I don't know if I thought they were going to tell me to go to, you know, aisle, you know, 7A, like, you know, seat, whatever. Like, and then we're going up, and people are talking, and I'm just like, I don't got no words for nobody. Right, while we going up. But I had a video made, so they talk to you, and there's a moment where like you see me like I don't like the chick starts asking me a question, but you see me like come from like a place of just deep thought. Like it was just funny to see myself in like deep thought, like what is happening? What am I doing with my life? And so now we get up there, and apparently I'm first. Like, in what world is that happen? First? Or my first time? Like, dog, you have got to be kidding me, right? And we watched videos and we did, you know, practice stuff. And, you know, the guy who I was with, he was really nice. Like, but it was like when they opened that door and we were in the sky really high and like I just saw sky and cloud like in the air. I just was like, what? Like it was terrifying. It was terrifying. Like, and he's like, you ready? I'm like, no. So we're at the door and he's like, oh, you know, you got it. And so, you know, when you do it, you're supposed to like, you know, put your hands out and arch your back and put your feet. Like it's a thing you're supposed to do as like, you know, the kangaroo baby. So we jump out this, he propels us out of the plane. And it was like for like, I don't know how long it was, but there was a period of time of just like my mind had nothing. There were no thoughts. There were no feelings. There was nothingness for however long that was, from the time that we were at that door at 14,000 feet to when he hurled us off somewhere in between that, there was like nothingness in my brain. And then you see me on a video, I completely did nothing that I was supposed to do. And I think that moment was when it was just nothingness. And then I get it together. And then it ends up being like the most amazing, beautiful, unbelievable, peaceful experience that I wasn't expecting to have. But it was terrifying. And then I thought, okay, I've done this already. I already know what to expect. The second time I do it, I'm like more terrified because now I actually know what to expect. And I'm like, it's to the point where I'm closing my eyes and I'm seeing that moment at the door. And it's like in my dreams, like leading up to it. Again, it was like a private torture. And that time I went second. That time I went second. And it was still, you know how they say like nasty wine or whatever is like an acquired taste? I don't know that skydiving could be an acquired taste for me, where I'm just like, boom, doing backflips out the plane like 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? And it was still that feeling, right? Like I didn't have that moment where remember I said like there was like nothingness. Like I didn't have that moment. But it was still that moment at the door is like what's the most terrifying. And then the third time I did it, there was a guy, I went last, which is so weird that happened like that. But I was last, which I was not feeling. So everybody goes, and there's like this man and his son. And his son graduated, and they're like, this is what they're going to do for like his, whatever graduation. So his son goes, he's like, yeah, son, you're awesome. Yeah, like, yeah, dad, yeah. So everybody goes, so dad is up, right? So they're like, come on, like, duh, duh, duh. And the guy like puts his hands like on the thing, and they're like, you can't do that, right? So they're like, okay, da, 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 da. Like, all right, you ready? And then dude's like, no, but okay. So he does it again. Dude does it again, right? This is when I learned that they have like a space, like an area in which, skydivers like fall in. And so apparently this guy not jumping was like putting us up against the like deadline of like, we're about to be out of space, which is like bad. And there's still one more jumper, which is me and the person that I was with. So this guy, they're like, listen, dude, like you like basically fucking around. Like we got to do this. She's like, no, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to do it. They're like, you paid all this money. You already did up here. And I'm not saying nothing because I'm terrified about this door for myself. Like, I feel for the dude and I'm like, it's messed up and I understand because it's his first time and it's like, you know what I mean? But he was like, I don't care. I want to get down, like whatever. So they talked to dude, and mind you, the clock is still ticking for this airspace. So the third time they're like this, whatever, dude tried to, and literally he hurled them out. Like he hurled the dude out of like the plane when he was trying not to. That freaked me out, seeing that. So now we have to, it's no like 1, 2, 3. He was like, and he told me, he's like, as soon as we get up, we have to go. Like, there's no like, think about it. 1, 2. He's like, we have to go. So we get up there and it's like, what? Done. And it was terrifying though, right? Faith is like that every day for me. It is like adrenaline junkie, exhilarating, scary, uncertain, like you like why, you know, it's like all these things rolled into one. That's why I say faith is not for suckers. I'm learning, right? And so it's just, people get weird when you like say something about spiritual or, and for a reason, people have a lot of reasons why they feel how they feel. And one of those reasons is because I think religion, like, I'm not a fan of religion. And I mean, you've heard me say that I'm a Christian, and I'm about to stop saying that, because to me, religions are just a way to get you directionally correct as far as like what somebody believes, right? If you're like Jehovah's Witness, you're like, okay, you directionally believe kind of like over here. Or you say, somebody says they're Muslim, like, oh, okay, you direct, I know, you know what I mean? Or Hindu or whatever, right? But I feel like how like you ever, like if you're like a gardener or something like that, and you could go to, I remember when I first learned that you could go to like a nursery and get like plants that's like ready to go in the ground, right? And then have you like a whole like banging garden. I feel like that's what all religions are. Like, they're like these like shrubs, and like, people are like, hey, here's this, Buddhist shrub, here's this Muslim shrub, whatever, right? To each his own. Christian shrub. And then people get it, and then they take it home and they put it in the ground, and it already has like all the like root bulbs. It's like 6 months old. Like, you didn't have to like cultivate it, since the seed. It has the roots already to go in the soil. And then, sometimes it flourishes, sometimes it doesn't. But I feel like that's what religion is. It's like pre-planted shrubs as opposed to seeds. Like,